everybody. Hopefully a few people will be able to jump on because I will answer some questions if you have any. But I wanted to jump on and talk about why I'm doing Whole30 because I've had a lot of people asking questions about what I'm doing and like saying that they're too scared to try it. And so I just thought I'd jump on and just talk a little bit about what it is and then why I'm doing it, mostly about why I'm doing it. So first of all, I'm like sitting, I live on the 42nd floor and it is so windy outside. You should hear it right now. So I'm in Chicago. If you don't live in Chicago, the winds today are like 50 mile an hour. The power went out at work today. It's been kind of a crazy day here in Chicago. But with that aside, let's talk about Whole30. If you don't know what Whole30 is, I highly suggest either number one, you get the book, and I'm going to talk about a different book by the same author here in a second. There's a book called The Whole30. There's also a website. It is whole30.com. Go and you can check it out. But in a nutshell, basically, what it is not a diet. It is a reset for your body. To reset your body to basically back to its like natural state. We consume all of this junk and our body gets all screwed up and then it doesn't know how to digest things. It doesn't know how to really process the foods that we're eating. So following the Whole30, it's 30 days, hence the Whole30, and it's basically eating all whole foods. Now, you eliminate 5 things essentially. You eliminate grain, dairy, alcohol, sugar, and legumes from your diet. I can go into all the science behind it, but I'm not a scientist. I've read a lot about it. I truly believe that it can change many areas of your life, one of them being acne. Look at this crap. It's horrible right now. And sorry, skincare friends, please don't try and send me your skincare because I've already tried a few. And I know for a fact, and I've researched that this area is from eating like crap. Basically is where you break out, is from eating like crap. So I need to clean things up. So I am following Whole30 for the next 30 days. Why? Well, for one, I did it last March and I followed it to a T. I even went on a bar crawl with my girlfriends and other friends and did not drink a drop of alcohol. I brought my own food with me. I brought all these snacks, these veggies. I killed it. I stuck to it for 30 days. I felt amazing. I did it that time because I was feeling super unfocused. I had no clarity. I felt like unproductive. I didn't want to do anything. I just felt blah. I'm sure you all can feel that. Give me a heart if you know what I'm talking about when I say I just felt blah. I felt gross. My mind, my body, everything just felt gross. So I knew I needed to do something. So I saw people doing it. So I tried it, killed it, did awesome. I actually chose after that to not add grain or dairy back into my diet. And I can say to this day, it is now January, I did it for the month of March. So to this day, I still have not added grain. Well, I've added a little bit of grain, but no gluten or dairy back into my diet. I may have a little bit of cheese here and there if it's on a salad, but generally if it's like a feta or a goat cheese, something that's a little bit more, not as processed, you won't see me eating cheese and crackers anymore. I know. It's crazy, guys. I loved cheese and crackers, but here's my problem. I would binge. I would binge on cheese and crackers. I would binge on anything that was in front of me. I could not stop. And I've been finding lately in the last couple weeks, actually maybe a little longer, that I've been binging again. Not on the crap, not on dairy or grains, but on other stuff like chocolate, like French fries, like chips and guacamole, like tacos. If you guys know my taco obsession, I'm obsessed. Now, none of those things are bad for you. I'm not saying, and in the Whole30 book, none of the things I'm talking about are bad for you. It's not about being bad or good. Okay? It is about figuring out what works for your body. So I know that binging, whether or not I'm binging on good food or bad food, binging is not good. And then another thing that I've been dealing with after the binging then is guilt. Guilt is not good either. So I know those things. Again, I'm eating healthy foods. Many of you are like, oh, whatever. Amanda, you eat super clean. You eat so good. Yeah, I do. And I'm not going to lie, I do. But I binge and I feel guilty and I feel out of control. Those are all feelings that I should not have to feel. I want to have food freedom. So Melissa Hartwig, she's the author of Whole30. She actually has a book called Food Freedom Forever. And let me tell you, it's probably like the best book that I've ever read so far. Like informational, like I'm actually learning a lot about food, what a reset is compared to a diet, which I just shared with you. This isn't a diet. Basically, Food Freedom Forever is going to be a constant process in my life. So basically what food freedom is I want to feel in control of my food and not my food controlling me. Put me in front of like a snack bar and I can just binge all day long. Again, I'm going to binge on healthy foods. But binging and standing at like an appetizer, like say you're at like a friend's house and her island is filled with snacks and there's a veggie tray and a fruit tray and some gluten-free crackers and some, and then there's cheese and all bread and dips and hummus and all of these other things, chips and guacamole. I would sit there and I would binge on all of the foods that I choose to eat. Not healthy. Whether or not it's healthy foods, that habit is not healthy. And I don't feel in control when I do that. And I still end up feeling like crap at the end of the night because I've eaten too much. I want to feel in control. I want to feel like, I don't want to feel guilty. I want to be able to have a piece of cheese and not have to binge on all of the cheese. That's the reason I don't eat it now. Yes, because probably one piece wouldn't make my tummy hurt. But I sit there and I binge on it, and yeah, then my tummy hurts, and I don't digest it well. But I bet I could digest like one piece. I want to be able to feel that. I want to be able to do that. Anybody with me? Give me a heart if you want to feel that too. Like, I don't think I'm the only one that struggles with this. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that struggles with feeling guilty sometimes about what you eat, feeling out of control with your food, feeling like you are just, you're anxious to go to a party because you don't know what food they're going to have. Like, I don't want to feel those feelings, and I don't think anybody does. What I want to feel is freedom. I want to be able to say, I want to be able to decide, it's worth it. Tonight it's worth it, and I am going to have whatever I want, but not binge on it, not have too much of it. And then like go through life and then go right back to my healthy eating and then decide another day that like, hey, this is worth it. I'm going to have ice cream tonight. It's worth it. I've planned it and I'm not going to feel guilty about it and it's not going to make my stomach hurt because I'm not going to eat too much of it. And then I'm going to go back to my healthy eating. And then I'm going to probably, because we all will, get out of control again. And then I'm going to do another reset. So that's what Melissa teaches in this book, basically, is that you reset your body, then you go through life, and you live a free life, food freedom life, and then you eventually find yourself slipping up. Maybe you go on vacation, and you just overindulge, or maybe you just, it's summer, and you're at fests and drinking all kinds of beer and whatever. For me, the past few months have just been like busy with the holidays and like I went on vacation. I've definitely been indulging. It's time for another reset. So that's why I'm doing another reset right now. That's why I'm resetting with Whole30. In this book, she actually talks about different other resets. So you don't have to do a Whole30 reset. She teaches you how to create your own reset, which is awesome. So if you don't want to be as strict as Whole30, eliminating all of those things, She will teach you how to create your own reset to help you learn what works out. Sorry, I was just getting a phone call. Figuring out what works for you. That's what this is about. Hi, Crystal. That's what this is about. It's figuring out what works for your body. What works for me does not work for you. I'm not saying that every single person watching this right now needs to be gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, alcohol-free. Like, that might not be your thing, and that's fine. Okay? But I want you to figure out how you can be in control and not feel guilty and not be anxious about what you eat. So I highly suggest reading this book and starting a reset and learning how to live a free life with food. That's what it's about. So if you have any questions, does anyone have any questions? If anybody's on right now, do you have any questions about Whole30? I've had a lot of people saying, like, I'm scared to do it. Like I said this morning, you're never going to be 100% ready. If you read my post this morning, like, you just have to jump in. There's always going to be something. I have a freaking tapas and sangria party in 2 weeks at my best friend's house. I'm like, those are like two of my favorite things, like little tiny appetizers and sangria. Love them. I'm going to obviously make a Whole30 tapas to bring with me. And I'm not going to drink sangria, but I'll bring like a LaCroix or something that I can like pour in a wine glass and still enjoy the company. Like, it's okay to like not drink with your friends, or I know that's one of the biggest things that I struggle with, being that I'm a single woman. So like life gets a little bit different when you're not drinking. It's just weird. It shouldn't be, I know, but it's just different when all of your friends are drinking and you're not. They ask you why not, and you have to be okay with like, hey, I'm doing this thing because my body needs a reset. I feel like crap and I want to feel in control, and that's it. So like, you got to be okay with that. And if you're not, then you need to do some personal development. And if you have any questions about other personal development, I can certainly help with that because I'm like the queen of personal development. Love it. It has changed my life. So again, Whole30, it has been amazing. It was amazing to me in March. I can't wait to finish another 30 days. I'm on day 2. And I get to eat a lot of food. It's not about eating less food. It's about eating more food that's in the plan and that's good for you and that's from the earth. It's all whole food. So I'm eating proteins, veggies, sweet potatoes, white potatoes, red potatoes, fruit, nuts, not peanuts, because those are a legume, but other nuts. So like, those are the things that I get to eat. Avocados, oh my gosh, love them. I found some awesome recipes. I know a lot of you were interested in the sweet potato chowder. So yummy. I made a cauliflower fried rice yesterday. So yummy. I just made like chicken with red potatoes and some roasted vegetables. I made a breakfast hash that has chicken and apple sausage in it and like peppers and onions, and then I eat that with my hard-boiled eggs for breakfast. Like, it's not boring food. It's like there are so many recipes, and when you start looking for recipes, you're going to find so many. So if you have any questions about Whole30, please let me know. If you have any questions about being in control of your food, stop having guilt, stop binging, and just feeling like you can just have that cup of ice cream or whatever and not feel out of control, that's the goal. So I hope you guys are having an awesome night. If you're in Chicago, stay inside because it sounds crazy out there. If you're not in Chicago, hopefully the weather seems to be really weird all over the country. So that's crazy, but hopefully you're okay. I know like schools closed like in Florida because it snowed. Probably like an inch. Haha, just kidding. No, I don't think I'm kidding. But maybe it's more than an inch. Anyway, hope you guys are having an awesome night. I'll talk to you soon.